Alright, so we have Team River versus Girls' Generation today. This is going to be a good one. Looking forward to this. We have two teams gathered here this Sunday morning. Second pick from Girls' Generation. Going to look to respond to whatever Team River is going for, and we're expecting to see Radiant as their side choice, just because I've seen it a bunch this tournament. I'm not really sure, to be honest with you, what the benefit is from going Radiant. I personally prefer Dire, those stackable camps in the jungle being easier to gather, but I guess you could see it maybe from a team that would want more Roche control. Also, I guess the Radiant is the choice from Team River. I guess it would have to do largely with the it would largely have to do with the ability to take over the enemy jungle from Radiant and then being able to stack enemy camps, maybe? I'm not sure. I personally don't often stack enemy camps, so very different. Alright, so getting into the pick band phase, looking to see a Bristleback and a Juggernaut band, especially with the Spire being that Juggernaut spammer that he is. So Bristleback, Juggernaut, maybe Dawnbreaker band, Pudge, all strong meta heroes. We actually haven't seen a Pudge played this tournament at all. Yep, there's the Juggernaut band. And we're looking to get into game one. Very, very exciting.
Radiant
Team River. Oh, Bloodseeker band. Okay, so we do know that the carry player on Team River loves Bloodseeker, so I think that's the Crow. Does not want to see a Bloodseeker. Yep, and there's the Bristleback band. Okay, Jack was saying yesterday that maybe you could get away with a Viper to deal with the Bristleback. Just let him pick it and then pick Viper. But again, Bristleback is very strong in this patch. Bloodseeker, Sniper, both banned, both relatively. So Bloodseeker, strong hero, competent. Crow is very competent with him, as from what we can tell. I think it's Crow, and then Bloodseeker, and Sniper, relatively easy to play. Also kind of strong this patch. And we see the Dawnbreaker first picked, Snapfire, both strength heroes that can play multiple roles, and we will see a Pudge. So I don't think we've seen a whole lot of Pudge this league, so it would be nice to see a Pudge this game. Yeah, Dawnbreaker. Good hero, very global, able to be constantly fighting, and we've definitely seen this league very constant fighting. Often there are about double kills, like 2 kills a minute in a lot of these games. So being able to be in multiple places at once, farm on one side of the map while being effectively present for your team fight on the other side. And we actually haven't even seen any silencer picks. Oh, and Zeus too. Another global presence. Very strong, both flex picks that can really fight almost anywhere. Gonna make this Team River draft look really good here into this Girls' Generation. Also, the percent health damage, the Zeus Ags canceling the Snapfire ult. Snapfire being able to get on top of that Snapfire, shut her down during her ult. All strong, good abilities. Really liking this draft from Team River here. And we'll be getting into this pick phase. Clockwork band, obviously not something that you want to see getting on top of your Zeus pretty frequently. Especially if the Zeus is going to go mid. And we do see 2, very global flex picks from Team River. The Zeus can be 2, 4. The Dawnbreaker can play 1, 2, 3, or 4. Even 5 maybe, and you could. So very difficult to predict this Team River draft. On Girls' Generation, on the other hand, Snapfire probably going to be either a 3 or 4 pick. Pudge, very flexible, could play just about any position, but he might have some difficulty dealing with this Dawnbreaker and this Zeus percentage health damage deals. So while he's a strong hero, I'm not sure that they'll want to play him as a core of this game, but we'll see. Obviously with a pipe he can be very strong, and he has been pretty strong this match overall. Girls' Generation banning the Necro, another percent health damage dealer, right? Again, against these strength heroes. Pugna also banned, another one of those heroes. So we're expecting to see probably another strength lineup from Girls' Generation. Maybe a Sven or a Lifestealer further down the line. Team River has Axe, Clockwork, both heroes that jump. Slardar, all heroes that jump, do that counter initiation or that initiation, locking down their carries. So probably expecting to see something along the lines of Drow, Drow for the for Team River here. Let me see, maybe a Monkey King. Any kind of squishy hero that maybe isn't as mobile, doesn't want to deal with moving around a lot. So we see another Jakiro round out this this team fight from Girls' Generation. Team River here, probably looking to pick something, either their carry or their offlaner. I am not expecting this Dawnbreaker to be a position 1. It could be, and it might be baiting Girls' Generation out here with it, but usually I think I've seen people try to play this Dawnbreaker position 1. It has difficulty going late. Another thing we could be seeing here, we could see like a position 4 Witch Doctor. That's a hero that really doesn't want to deal with Clockwork, Axe, or Slardar, right? Another hero that doesn't want someone jumping on him and making his life difficult out of nowhere. Or a Crystal Maiden. Really just any kind of squishy immobile hero. So we see a Night Stalker, okay, another strength hero that's going to really get into the back lines, chase down this Jakiro, chase down the Snapfire, really make their lives very difficult. And as long as they're prioritizing canceling the Snapfire ult, she's going to have a difficult time in these team fights. But positioning will be everything for her. And we see a Dazzle. Okay, so we're seeing a good lineup as far as team fight for Team River is. They're definitely setting up for somebody who's going to deal a lot of damage from the backline. I'm very much expecting a Drow pick for Team River. Maybe a mid Zeus, offlane Night Stalker Dawnbreaker, and a position 5 Dazzle. And then Girls' Generation, looking to pick a mid or a carry here, I think. Probably a Sven, maybe a Lifestealer will deal with this Dawnbreaker, be able to cancel out this Zeus. Lifestealer also not really caring if there's a Night Stalker on top of him either. We could see a Spectre as a response to the global, be able to jump on top of the Zeus. Okay, so we see a Tusk. Very frequently played by, I think it's Aspire? I think Aspire plays a lot of Tusk. One of these heroes. Oh, and Team River does ban out the Drow, so they were not looking to pick a Drow. And it would be kind of dangerous on Girls' Generation, would have a good bit of front line. I don't know that Drow is really what they were looking for. Lifestealer banned out from Girls' Generation, so obviously I was completely wrong. Neither of these teams looking to pick the heroes that I said they were looking to pick. So they obviously have some kind of game plan in mind that I do not. Okay, and we're looking for this last ban here. Probably a mid hero, I'm going to assume. I think there's a position 1 Pudge in Girls' Generation, so maybe a Void Spirit ban. He can get deep, get into the back lines, very mobile, difficult to lock down. Hero that ganks a lot. Let's see. Okay, so we see a Luna ban. So I think, yeah, I guess I could have guessed from the Drow. I think that they were really expecting this this Girls' Generation team to be picking their carry. So I think that River thinks this is a position 2 Pudge. Maybe not as good as a position 1 Pudge. We'll see. Medusa banned out from Girls' Generation. They're not expecting a position 1 Dawnbreaker. It could be a position 1 Dawnbreaker, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised to see a position 1 Dawnbreaker. Again, we could also see a Void Spirit on Team River too, another good mid hero. If this Dawnbreaker goes position 1 and the Zeus is a 4. Zeus also could be mid. It could be picked. They picked 1, 2, 3, 4, and then they're 5 here, actually. Or that will probably be 5. This would be their 4. Lot of different possibilities with this lineup. A lot of heroes that could be picked in a lot of different places. So they have save on the Dazzle. Maybe a PA. A PA could be really good here. Or a Huskar. Someone who jumps this Girls' Generation lineup, doesn't care too much. Chaos Knight. Okay. So very fight-heavy lineup from Team River. Girls' Generation going to be picking their counter. I think Timbersaw could be pretty good against this strength lineup. Doesn't really want to deal with a Night Stalker walking him down too much, but during the daytime could be pretty easy to deal with. Let's see, what else? I still think I like Sven here. And he does deal with the Chaos Knight pretty well, as long as he gets a reasonable amount of farm. Really, if you pick Sven, actually, you want to be able to out-farm the Chaos Knight, because he does a lot of damage. Sven also is a farming hero, and they do have a lineup that can make a good bit of space for a Sven here. Just a question of whether or not Girls' Generation want a Sven, or if they want to go for something a little more squishy. They could go Phantom Assassin too. Obviously, the Chaos Knight Illusions will not get bonuses unless on True Strike bonuses, even if the Chaos Knight builds an MKB. So they would need like a Bloodthorn, something like that, in order to deal with it. Oh, and we see a Death Prophet from Girls' Generation. So this is a position 1 Pudge with a position 2 Death Prophet, and then 3 and 4 Tusk and Snapfire with position 5 Jakiro. Team River looks like they're still putting their heroes together. They might not even know which lane they're planning on going in, and they could actually run this Chaos Knight off lane. Okay, so this is probably a position 1 Dawnbreaker and a position 5 Dazzle. Mid will probably be this Zeus, and off-lane Chaos Knight Night Stalker combination, I think.
5 seconds.
And this is looking to be a good game. I think that both teams have a really good draft. We're going to see a lot of fighting, a lot of global. Girls' Generation is going to want to travel as 5 pretty frequently, I think, because Team River will be effectively 5 almost everywhere they go, just because of this very portable Dawnbreaker Zeus combination. I think we'll see some early push from Girls' Generation with the Death Prophet, and Team River will probably just be ready to respond to whatever Girls' Generation are doing, try and win that team fight in response, and then turn that into return towers. So we'll see how this goes. Obviously, this is Game 1, Girls' Generation versus Team River. On Team River, we have Captain Matic playing the off-lane Chaos Knight, position 4 Johan or Oh No playing the Night Stalker, Crow playing the position 1 Dawnbreaker, Pop on the position 5 Dazzle, and TTV Blank playing the mid Zeus. On Girls' Generation, we have Aspire playing the position 1 Pudge, Peon playing the Mid, Death Prophet, Vicious. Oh, will eat. Looked like a Fairy Fire, early Fairy Fire, eaten maybe just to get that ward in his inventory. Vicious playing the off lane Tusk with his Just Call Me Sir Snapfire, and Vaunt on the position 5 Jakiro. And very early here, we see Team River walking around. They are going to scout for this rune. Maybe just outside of vision range for this Jakiro. I think that they don't see each other here. Obviously very close, and Crow will walk up onto the Jakiro. Hook comes out, saves his life. Little bit of brawl here, but everyone will walk back to lane just fine. Girls' Generation getting 3 out of 4 roots here. Everyone walks back to lane. Alright. And it looks like Johan will actually be playing a mid Night Stalker with a position 4 Zeus. So that was a bad call on my part. Jakiro will immediately scout out the Sentry Observer from the Zeus. Zeus only getting the return on the Sentry ward. And let's pull up some last hits, see how everything's going there. See Death Prophet pulling ahead a bit in this range versus melee mid lane. I think she probably has a bit of the upper hand here, being stronger against, being very strong against melee heroes, being very strong against strength heroes with their percent health, lifesteal, spell. Dawnbreaker. Get some early last hits in lane here versus the Vicious Vicious Just Call Me Sir off lane. And the pull is denied by the Tusk. So this lane will stay close to tower. Not really where the Dawnbreaker Dazzle want it. The further they can pull it closer to their tower, the easier it will be for them to get this early aggression, these kills off the lane. So, and then top, we see Captain Matic brawling a little bit with this Aspire Pudge. Pudge getting a lot of last hits. That 81 base damage, very strong. Pudge likes that a lot. And he will actually pull ahead to the top of the last hit chart, even getting a hook off onto Zeus. First blood falling to this Pudge. Man, he is kind of getting out of control here in the first 2.5 minutes of the game. Meanwhile, mid, Johan competing for these last hits against this Death Prophet. We will see her push the lane under his tower, making rune control very easy for her. She'll actually be able to go for both runes, while he has forced to last hit creeps under tower. Zeus finding another Observer ward. Captain Matic just barely walking away from this Pudge hook. And Pudge is really bullying him out of lane. Not a good place for this Chaos Knight to be in. He will stay in lane, and I think he's got... his courier will have a salve on it, so he can stay in lane just a little longer, but he's only getting experience here. He won't really be able to walk up to lane, and his last hits are getting denied by this Pudge in a brutal rate. Half of his last hits, 1 deny for every 2 last hits on this Pudge. He actually has more denies than this Chaos Knight has last hits, and that is leading to him pulling ahead. And Pudge will get a little aggressive on the Chaos Knight, just barely making it out with the kill. Will get that Flesh Heap stack, but falls to the right click from the Zeus. Meanwhile, mid, Death Prophet will just walk down this Night Stalker, and she pulls to level 5. Night Stalker still level 4. We'll have that level advantage on him. These lanes are starting to look a little hard for Team River. Down bottom, Crow. Oh man, and I stop looking. I look away for just a minute, and the Zeus falls to the Aspire Jakiro combo top lane. Bottom, little bit of brawling happening. Snowball will dodge the stun from the Dawnbreaker, and he gets away scot-free. Zeus TPing back top, walks to lane, and oh my gosh, this Pudge just walking down this Chaos Knight. Chaos Knight will get these early boots to try and walk away. Hook from the Pudge, Rot will be enough to just walk down this Zeus. And Pudge not only leading in last hits, but also in kills. 3 kills on the Pudge, and 1 assist, which is 4 Flesh Heap stacks at 5 minutes. Not a good place to see your enemy Pudge for Team River right now. Bottom lane, just call me Sir Vicious. Trying to pull this camp with this Ice Path. I actually haven't seen this, or Ice Shards. I haven't seen that used before, but actually a really good use of the Ice Shards from Vicious here to get a pull off. Crow very happy with this creep wave being close to his tower right now, though. And if he can, he'll hold this. Just call me Sir. Will be a little too far forward, but the Tusk will walk back with the tag team and punch him down. Shadow Wave, bringing the Tusk very low. Some right clicks and some Ice Shards won't be enough to keep him alive. Crow walking down the Snapfire, and Snapfire will get away, but the Tusk does end up falling. And this safe lane is looking pretty good for Team River here. Oh no, this mid lane's looking kind of rough though. As Night Stalker very low, 145 health versus this 800 health Death Prophet mid. And we look away from bottom one more time, and we see Dawnbreaker dies the Snapfire and does get the kill. 300 gold to the Snapfire, only 100 gold back to the Tusk. We look away from top for just a minute, and Chaos Knight falls to the Jakiro Pudge combo. Oh, excuse me. And lots of brawling. Night Stalker will TP top. Zeus, no mana to really do anything with. He does have the clarity, so he will walk forward aggressively, kind of trying to bait the Pudge, it looks like. Night Stalker just sitting here, ready. You see a Chaos Knight TP's in. Probably a gank on the Pudge. Almost no mana for the Dismember. He does have the Hood of Divines, but doesn't have enough mana for that either. They decide to go on the hero immediately, pull him in. Dawnbreaker will teleport. After the kill is down, though, and Aspire will walk back under tower. River will continue to look. Night Stalker dies under tower. Dawnbreaker will drop the hammer. Chaos Knight right-clicks the Pudge, but will fall to tower hits and some rot. TP from the Death Prophet. Walking down the Zeus and the Dawnbreaker. Will get the kill on the Zeus. Almost gets the kill on the Zeus, but manages to pull away. The return kill on the Pudge. And Team River's really happy with this trade. 289 gold to Team River. And they get this Pudge, too, who's spiraling out of control. Dazzle TP's back bottom. Gonna soak some XP. Try and get to level 6 here. And we see Team River making the rotation that needs to happen to try and get back into this game. Oh man, but the Pudge TP's bottom, and there's Shallow Grave on the Dazzle, but his TP is on cooldown, so the Pudge will get one more Flesh Heap stack off this. Meanwhile, top, Chaos Knight pulls the Jakiro, stun is dropped, but the Liquid Fire attack slow will prevent him from getting any damage off, and he will have to walk away with half health, almost no damage done to the Jakiro. He will salve up though, and he'll be able to walk back in the lane, but Macropyre dropped to cancel the salve from the Jakiro. Very aggressive. Very aggressive.
Radiant's top tower is
Night Stalker will run top though, but the Death Prophet is in the area to keep her Jakiro from being dove.
Radiant's top tower.
And bottom lane, we see the ult from the Snapfire combined with the Pudge Dismember will make the Dawnbreaker go down. Top, Jakiro walking down the Zeus. But it looks like he'll walk away. Chaos Knight maybe caught a little bit here, slowed by the Liquid Fire, slowed by the Spirit Siphon. Dawnbreaker will use her ult to come back in, stun on the Snapfire. Hammer dropping the Jakiro, but the Exorcism coming out from the Death Prophet, walking down the Dawnbreaker. Spirit Siphon. Shallow Grave will save the Dawnbreaker for now. She's got some spirits after her, but they will redivert. And everybody walks out of here just fine. Looks like Girls' Generation will probably look to take this tower, though. They did drop the Exorcism for that. Pudge cutting creeps bottom. Lots of pressure on the map from Girls' Generation here.
Killing spree.
2 towers under pressure, and Zeus will fall to over a battle for a DD rune to the Tusk mid.
Radiant's bottom tower is under siege.
Johan will go down. Night Stalker looking to get some XP, push off this, save his tower. Shallow Grave on the Chaos Knight. Right clicking down the Death Prophet. Spirit Siphon will be enough to keep her alive, and then the Zeus ult will not finish her. Right click from the Death Prophet, finishing off the Chaos Knight though. So again, Girls' Generation very happy with this trade. Dismember from the Pudge with the Snapfire in the area, walking down, walking away. Hook is available from Pudge, but he will walk back to the creep camp. Is just going to farm up this little bit more. Top, we see Macropyre drop one more time from the Jakiro. And top will fall. Hello.
Hello. I didn't realize it was so early. I should have looked. But
yes. Do you want to help me cast here?
Perhaps. What's going on?
It's Girls' Generation versus Team River. I'll stream to you so that you can watch, because I don't know that you can join the game right now. Game is very yeah. We had one of the casters has not shown up yet, so but that's okay. So it's been me alone. I've been trying. So we see Chaos Knight. It's been a bloodbath so far. Pudge, 9 Flesh Heap stacks. We've absolute brawl fest top, actually, constantly fighting. But we see a Dawnbreaker will drop her Solar Guardian, and during Exorcism, and will fall with the rest of her team. Shallow Grave from the Dazzle, but it will not stop him from being the last in his team to fall. Complete team wipe in the favor of Girls' Generation here. So, yeah, 20-6. Very, very difficult game for Team River. Saw early game, it was pretty easy for this Dawnbreaker bottom. He was having a pretty good game, able to take down the Tusk and the Snapfire. But the Pudge, 81 base damage at level 1, very difficult for the offlane Chaos Knight to handle. So it was not... Oh man, Hook narrowly missing the Chaos Knight there. So do you feel like you've been at least somewhat caught up in the game as it's going on here, Jack?
Well, a little bit, and I'm seeing about maybe 1 or 2 FPS through the stream, I imagine, because you're streaming to 2 sources at once and your internet's not a fan of that.
Yes, I'm sorry.
But no worries. So yeah, Team Girls Generation, they played a lot of games together, whereas Team River here, their first game together was team. They have some newer players, I believe. Was Bran able to make it? I don't recall what their Steam name is, but it was Blank's friend.
No, so we haven't seen Blank's friend, but we were able to see. I think Crow's friend is here. He's Pop playing the Dazzle.
Mega kill.
And
Double kill.
oh man, the Death Prophet just walking people down with the Spirit Siphon, and Pudge able to take a tier 2 as well. Not enjoyable for a 15-minute game. You don't really want a Pudge that can take your tier 2 in 15 minutes. Yeah, he's got 16 Flesh Heap stacks at 15 minutes.
Yeah, it is not going to be easy to be an illusion hero against that Pudge.
Yep. And we were actually looking to see Big Boy LaCroix show up as well, but he was not able to make it for the first game as well. And I think Plate said that he would cast this game, but I haven't seen him yet either. So, but we're making it happen. Telegraph from the Dazzle, Exorcism from the Death Prophet, and Pudge with the Rot will just walk down the Zeus with the Cookie from the Snapfire, and that's 2 more Flesh Heap for the Pudge here.
19 Flesh Heap at 15 minutes.
Yes, this Pudge
Not a
is
good time.
very happy. Pudge
He's got more thousands of health. Oh, holy fuck, that was quite the yawn. More thousands of health than there are minutes in the game. Or hundreds, I should say. Hold on. Math, no easy. No good math.
Yep, we are seeing a very difficult game for Team River to come back from. On the plus side, though, at least from the way I see it, Team River does have a very split Girls' Generation. They're getting kind of confident here. So if we see some like TPs, we see it have a very global Team River with the Zeus ult. Maybe if he finishes Ags, he can stop that Snapfire ult too. And it does look like Team River will be able to find Girls' Generation alone in their jungle, or not alone, but 3 of them in their jungle. They will be fighting in the Macro Pyre though, and the Cookie will stun them in the Macro Pyre, so they will get a Jakiro for their Night Stalker Chaos Knight. But so overall, not necessarily a good trade, but it is a kill and some experience for their Zeus and their Dawnbreaker, but the Dawnbreaker will also fall to the Snapfire Tusk combination, and that looks to be just about another team wipe in the favor of Girls' Generation. This Pudge will be down here as well, and it looks like they'll be dismembering and silencing this Dazzle until he also falls. Ultra kill on the Death Prophet, and 1 more Flesh Heap for the Pudge.
Yeah, I don't foresee that stopping anytime soon. They're a little slow to take buildings, but they have they have the Snapfire E, and when Death Prophet's ult is up, obviously they take them quite quickly.
Yep, I think they've taken at least 1 tower every time Exorcism's been up. Sometime
is going to be a turning point. I think it's Roshan.
And we do see Team River are forming up around the Roshan pit too. So they are prepared to fight there if that comes to be. But Girls' Generation is pushing up this bottom tier 3. Just very difficult game. We do see, again, contrary to yesterday's game, right, where we saw all the heroes mold up in the high ground when they were getting demolished, we see this Chaos Knight and Dawnbreaker pushing out top. Night Stalker was farming his jungle for a bit, so they are leaving the high ground, even though they're getting a little bit manhandled here, which is good, right? That's what you want to see from a team that's behind, so that you can make some space, make your enemies have to respond to you, push out those creep waves that you're pushing out, and you are also getting experience. And we see this Pudge again alone top, and both teams are kind of near the Roche pit too. I think they're expecting this Roshan.
Yeah, with Night Stalker's superior night vision, it is actually fairly easy for him to maneuver around the enemy team, kind of serve as a barrier. But it looks like they might try to defend this tier 2. I don't think that's the play they should make, but we'll see if they're able to do it.
Magnifier is dropped, and the Dismember will hold him in the pack. Oh my god. In the Magnifier, another Pudge hook. That's 2 more Flesh Heap for the Pudge. Oh, just 1. Dazzle won't be able to TP out. And, yeah, that's 3 more. Yep. That's a difficult place to hold, this top tier 2. Very, almost easier to take than it is to hold, I think.
Yeah. That little staircase that lets them just sit on a high ground behind you while you have no high ground of your own to defend it with.
Yep. This
if
tower
you can't
here.
Control your triangle. That tower is just not yours.
Yeah, if you don't have and this vision being so important to holding that tier 2. And I think Girls' Generation feels pretty safe taking this Roshan now with that tower gone. It's so hard for River to get out of base now.
They're all alive. I just don't think that, even a technically ideal fight during the nighttime where they land all their spells on all of the Dire Heroes, I don't think they win that fight. I don't think they have anything near enough damage.
Yeah, they need I mean, they do have the shard on the Zeus. If Zeus got his ult off and then 4 or 5 Arc Lightnings with the Night Stalker silent in the middle of them, I mean, we don't see any BKBs on Girls' Generation. So, I mean, right? Like, that could turn out okay. Chaos Knight's having a hard time, though. Dawnbreaker ult into the middle of it, too. I mean, I feel like a perfect fight, River could win. It's just very difficult to get that perfect fight off.
Yeah, shoot, even if you kill everyone else, that Pudge has 3,000 health and is going to kill everything within, rot range. There's nothing that's going to walk away from that Pudge.
Yep, and he's blinking under tier 4s. Ooh. That's hard. And he doesn't even care. He's getting hit by tier 4s. That rot is so much to deal with. He doesn't care. And the Dismember on the Night Stalker. He's taking 4 enemy heroes here. And the Soul Siphon from the Death Prophet, and they'll just walk him down again.
The more you try to fight that Ag's Pudge, the more he heals. It's just one of the strongest snowballs I think I've ever seen in Dota, is when that Pudge gets fat enough in this current meta. He's just absurdly difficult for teams that don't have tons of ranged damage to bring down.
Oh, man. That's hard. Yep. And the Dazzle getting sniped by that hook from out of nowhere. River trying valiantly to stay in this game. The Pudge isn't even the one with the Aegis, which is probably intelligent. He's not going to die anytime soon. Not on the Death Prophet. She's got that Soul Siphon, or Spirit Siphon, so she's fine. Who did they put the Aegis on? Was it Tusk? Did it fall already?
I did not see.
Oh, it's on Jakiro. Jakiro has the Aegis. I guess they're making sure that Macropyre definitely gets out.
Multiple Ice Paths. He has actually maxed out his E before Ice Path. That's not a build I like, but it's a build some players swear by.
I mean, maybe he figures he has enough lockdown and slow with the Pudge, Death Prophet, Snapfire, Jakiro slows.
I think you could level stats in this match. It wouldn't matter so much with the kind of lead they have going and how good of a job they're doing standing on necks.
Oh man, and the Snapfire just spits that Pudge right out onto the Night Stalker. And he doesn't even take any damage from that. He'll just walk down, dismember the Pudge, or the Zeus. Rot immediately annihilates the Chaos Knight illusion. And Jakiro, probably intelligent to give him the Aegis. He does drop low to this tier 3 hit, but Exorcisms drop. And we're expecting to see another tier 3, probably some barracks. And this game very coming to a close for Team River, it looks like. 9-43 is the score.
Yeah, this would be a great example of how to play as a team, how to play in the current meta. Girls' Generation once again just demonstrating for the rest of us playing in this in-house league.
Pudge saving his Death Prophet from walking into the fountain.
There they go.
But he will fall to fountain hits. Oh my gosh. That's a 2k net worth swing on just Pudge dying alone. 2,000 gold. Comeback coming out from the Chaos Knight. Buyback from the Zeus, and the ult from the Night Stalker will walk down this Jakiro, but they find out, unfortunately, that he has the Aegis. Cookie saving the Death Prophet, but Jakiro dropping very low.
It happened again.
But the Jakiro will be saved by the Snowball. Dawnbreaker caught by the Ice Path and the Punch, and will be able to drop the hammer,
I guess.
but her spell immunity won't be enough. In the back line, the Chaos Knight and the Dazzle will take down the Death Prophet, though, and
Destroyed.
that's another 1.5k net worth swing. So there is an opportunity for a comeback here.
It's the most kills they've gotten since I started watching. That is 2. I imagine that this will be sort of it'll work against the Radiant team getting these kills, but it's better than nothing. But just any confidence that you get from these is just going to get you killed more, I think. I mean, this game is very far gone, but we'll see. Maybe the Dire are feeling charitable. They'll toss a few more kills their way.
And Pudge is all alone on the Radiant High Ground, so if they can kill him here, that would be a symbol of a comeback. If they can't kill him here, this game is pretty much over, I think. Shallow Grave dropping the Night Stalker will stop him from falling to the Pudge, but the rest of his team shows up, and we see here that it doesn't look like Team River will be able to kill Pudge fast enough. Even if his team was dead, I'd expect most of them to walk back from their base and respawn in the time it'll take them to kill this Pudge here. He's so tanky.
Yeah,
Yep.
This is late game Medusa levels of unkillableness. You know, this is like a Medusa, back in the day with like a Mjolnir and a Satanic and pocketing hags and
37
butterfly.
flesh heat on Pudge at 26 minutes. Oh my gosh. Very difficult.
They're unstoppable. Double kill.
Radiant's bottom
Suzu's ult coming out. And River valiantly fighting to the vat at the last minute.
I say wicked sick.
GG is called from Team River. And that'll be game 1. Very very difficult game to see, but we will go to game 2. Hopefully Team River can come up with a plan to deal with Girls' Generation constant aggression and have some better lanes. Yep, develop a plan. All right, and we're live with Game 2, Girls' Generation versus Team River. Team River wins the coin toss, and probably expecting to see second pick from Team River, Radiant from Girls' Generation. Jack, do you want to comment on this seeing Radiant pick so often as the... Oh!
It might be a bit out of date. Yeah, I'm not sure, but we have been seeing that a lot. They do go for Dire.
I think this is one of the first times we've seen someone pick side as first choice. And Dire at that. Second pick is the the choice for the game. So that's pretty normal. Coming to this ban phase, other than Juggernaut, Pudge,
5 seconds.
Bristleback, who are you expecting to see ban, Jack?
Dire's ban.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, definitely expecting to see a Pudge ban. But beyond that, I think that's the meta. You know, we might see a Zeus or something else meta, but I don't know if Team River is familiar enough with GG to ban any of their heroes. And I think GG mostly plays a lot of meta. Really, they, you know, maybe the Tusk I think is kind of meta. I think Sand King is kind of meta, and they play those heroes. I don't think they have any signature off meta heroes, so the bans against them are usually fairly straightforward.
We do see a Dawnbreaker ban. So a little bit of respect from last game. Oh yeah, Sand King. Oh, we did see Axe ban last game. Axe, Slardar. Those were all second phase bans though.
I don't think I've seen. Have we seen GG play Axe in this event? I don't.
Nope. I don't think
I
so.
don't think we have. Yeah, good hero, I guess, but yeah, they pick tons of Sand King, bit of Bristleback. What else do they pick for Sir anyhow? Usually one of those two heroes gets through.
Radiant's pick.
Zeus.
Okay, so Zeus. Yep. Good pick. I mean, he's pretty versatile, plays a lot of roles, deals with, like, theoretically he deals well with, like, Tusk and Axe and that sort of thing with his start, and doing the percentage damage and not caring about armor too much.
Radiant's pick.
Yep. Flexible hero, let's get warding supremacy. Bounty Hunter into Zeus. Good pick, I think. I mean, you know, I think at a low level you might think that's bad. But Zeus does tend to just die to Bounty Hunter. So the scouting vision to help block down Bounty Hunter is fairly trivial, unless he's dispelling dust or something like that. He's usually fairly easy to catch once you got a track on him, and an axe.
Okay. And we will see 1,000 hacks from an Axe of Axe, too. So
Hopefully he makes it to 1,000 here. Yeah, Silencer Bounty Hunter, not a lot of lockdown there, so that's a bit of a weakness so far in the draft of GG that River might be able to exploit.
Yeah, we could see a position 1 Bane, though. Obviously, a lot of lockdown on that hero. Wins dual lanes pretty well, right? Really good at pulling ahead in lanes. Well, I guess, sorry, not position 1. Be like position, like, 5. With a mid silencer. Offlane Bounty Hunter, something like that.
See that? Yeah. I'm imagining they're trying to pick this Bounty Hunter off lane. It's a hero they don't play a lot, but...
10 seconds.
Sniper ban.
Sniper ban.
Team ban.
Jinx. Not a hero anybody really enjoys playing against.
Dire team.
Ever since Ho Ho Ha Ha got shrapnel on 3 charges, that shit is a pain. It's everywhere, all the time.
I am kind of surprised Team River didn't pick the Juggernaut, to be honest with you, with this first phase.
Yeah, or GG. I mean, they love that hero, but...
10
oh yeah,
seconds to
GG
go.
loves Juggernaut. They would totally first pick Juggernaut.
5
yeah, I think
seconds.
they're cooling off a bit after that last game. And, you know, they're realizing this is an opportunity where they can maybe, you know, stretch themselves, try out some things that they don't normally do, and see how they feel.
Radiance pick
Bloodseeker band. That's a Crow hero. Pretty sure it's Crow
Yeah.
position. He plays a lot of Bloodseeker.
Ben the Seeker picked the fish. That's, Seeker is a tell for Slark and Pangolier most of all. And there's the Slark. So.
Probably should see a
Axe.
Spirit Breaker band too. Spirit Breaker's not fun to deal with this Slark. That charge giving permanent vision that you cannot get rid of.
Yeah.
He makes it impossible. Like, if you're like trying to get out of a fight or get away, that's not happening if there's a Spirit Breaker.
10 seconds to go.
I'm hoping we see this Zeus run pos 4. Zeus Axe should actually be quite capable of handling Slark. We'll see if they're actually able to pull it off, but that does seem like they'll be able to keep his HP low and prevent Slark from countering the Axe. But a few mistakes, and that's going to be a very fat fish. And a very sad red boy.
Yep, the mistake for Axe, I think, would be to build a lot of strength. I mean, really, you want to make sure that you're, like, when you're trading with the Slark, you're trading while you're in the creep wave. And if you're not in the creep wave, you're not trading with the Slark, because then you just lose.
Yeah, it's all about, maybe pushing that first wave, getting a quick level 2, and just maintaining HP supremacy with having a salve at all times. You use a salve, you buy a salve, you ship it out so you have it again in 30 seconds. You need to be higher HP than Slark, and you can dump hundreds of gold into that in order to keep him in a hole and get yourself higher leveled in the lane. You need to hit that 6 first. It's about getting those kills and those timings on, just not losing that lane. Because you lose that lane, it's going to be real hard to hold the map with a poor Axe and a rich Slark.
But if you win that lane, Slark loses, like, almost any presence in the game whatsoever. And he has to end up sitting in the jungle, and Slark hates the jungle.
Radiance
Essence Shift is a decent farming skill, but if you hurt him bad enough, he'll really struggle to keep his HP up, and he'll be an easy gank with a Zeus and an Axe. And a Huskar pick. OD, yeah, lots of annoying heroes on GG, but not a lot of solid defensive lockdown. The OD helps a bit with that, with Astral Imprisonment, but if Huskar, if Axe or Huskar, any of these cores kind of pop off, it will be a bit hard to stop them from just rolling you down.
Huskar is really nice against the Slark too, because he disarms and pushes him off. He has an AoE disarm, which really, like, it means the Slark has to buy BKB, to be honest with you, because, like, even when the Slark ults, so that he's not, like, trading with the Huskar, because, let's be honest, Slark does not want to hit the Huskar when the Huskar can hit him back. And then when Slark, like, hits his ult, Huskar just disarms him and pushes him away, and then he has to pounce to re-engage, and even then he's still disarmed, so not enjoyable. Huskar's actually, like, a pretty good Slark counter. I don't know.
Expand.
Whichever one pulls ahead, I think. Yeah, Nyx. Nyx deals damage based on the amount of mana you're missing, right?
No, it's based on your intelligence. At least it used to be, and I don't believe it's been changed. So he destroys... Old Devourer used to, he just stacked up intelligence, but now he stacks up max mana, so he doesn't care as much.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still a decent pick against Silence and OD, but I don't think it's a role that they need... I don't think they need a support here. I think they're running the Zeus as a support, and they need to pick a safe laner, so I'm a bit weirded out by the next ban. We're seeing a ban on Timbersaw against this Axe and Huskar. That would be kind of a worrisome thing. And then also a Centaur ban.
Good thing Necro's already banned out too. That would have been a pretty quick pick against Huskar.
So I'm expecting an offlaner. Team River is expecting GG to pick one, but I don't fully understand that Centaur ban. But you know what? I don't respect Centaur much as a hero, so I don't like to comment too much on Centaur picks.
I like a Drow or a PA here. But I don't know that Crow plays either of those heroes, really.
I think anybody can play PA, but we'll see if he thinks the same.
Okay,
there
it is a PA.
There it is.
And then Girls' Generation, yeah, offlaner, probably like Tusk is still available, Sand King's still available.
10 seconds to go.
Sand King would make PA so sad.
5
We can see an Elder Titan out. Underlord could be strong here. Underlord's really strong here, actually.
I'd expect an Underlord if they aren't running Bounty Hunter as a POS 3. That would be my guess. They like that team mobility, and I don't think they foresee that the enemy safe lane is going to be particularly dangerous for an Underlord. But we will see. Might pick up a Dispeller just to counter the Warlock. Might see something like an Abaddon.
Could see a Mirana, too. Would be interesting combo with the OD Imprison.
Ah, yeah. That's possible. I don't know if it's likely, but it's possible. Might also see something like a Legion Commander. Being able to just commit on Huskar when he's not wanting to commit.
You know what
I don't know. I
to
think
see?
Huskar is solved by OD. I think OD ult just like counters Huskar into a hole. I don't think Huskar has any game until he's immune to that OD ult.
You know, it'd be fun. Elder Titan.
Elder Titan would be fun. I do like to see some POS 3 Elder Titan briefcasing people to death. Briefcasing, brief chasing, brief clobbering. They are really thinking on this one.
Yeah, I think that we're at a minute and a half wasted or used, intelligently used on one pick.
Well, it is the last pick. Not the weirdest one to see that on, but
And it will be an Undying, which is the hero that I've been saying since minute 1.
yes, of course. You know, I heard you say it 3 or 4 times. And on Aspire,
Position 1 Undying?
Vicious on are they playing off roll? It would seem Vicious playing the Slark, or are they playing offlane Bounty Hunter, POS 4 Slark, carry Undying? Do they think Slark is countered hard enough to not bother carrying with him? I'm a bit weirded out. Or are they memeing? Are they making some sort of a yoke? It is hard to say.
It is hard to say, especially because the Silencer is not sure that he's playing Silencer yet, I think.
I think they're just letting the time sit while they discuss, but there he goes.
That is a really cool Silencer set. Not as cool as the Venge on the shield. Obviously, the other Silencer shield, a little bit cooler, in my opinion. But still
You
pretty
just like
cool
it because it
Silencer
has
set.
a woman on it.
I do like it because it has a woman on it. Women are pretty cool. Easily in the top 50% of all people. Wait,
Here, here.
does that math out? I don't think I mathed that correctly. Oh, that's a cool bounty set. I don't know why I didn't see it in the last scene. I love that
Get up.
beard.
Beard, yeah. So, we'll have to see what these lanes look like for Team Girls Generation, but I'm expecting that we're going to see OD winning the mid lane against Huskar and being a huge problem. Because as much as I was talking about how little lockdown Team Girls Generation has, Team River doesn't really have much either, do they? They have a Warlock PA safe lane, no lockdown. They have a Zeus, an Axe off lane, no lockdown except for Call, and they have Huskar mid, whose only lockdown is maybe with Ags. So both teams just going to be probably slugging it out. I'm expecting to see a lot of kills for both teams, unless lanes get budged up pretty bad.
Yeah, we saw 64 or more kills, I think, last game in a 22-minute game. That was...
Although those were not normally distributed kills there. those were following a very particular distribution, but seeing the smoke into the bot lane, taking the standard approach for Dire ganking Radiant.
They find Silencer and Undying. Ooh. But right by the tier 2, so not really wanting to chase that. Undying, not really the hero you want to go on, either, to be honest.
And there's the lack of lockdown again. You know, they hit that 8% movement slow from Battle Hunger, and that is about it. You know, they have Stifling Dagger. Maybe would have gotten the kill if she was leading, but Fast Fingers from Blank gets him the rune.
I don't think he understands he doesn't really want to be trading with this Undying right now.
20 bonus strength right now. He's hitting for 83 damage, has 1,000 health. He does not care.
Ooh. Yep. Alright. Yeah. You want to walk us through the Radiant players, Jack?
Yeah, Aspire, the carry player, playing a carry Undying. Vaunt, they're position 5 at the moment. Silencer. Mid, we're seeing Peon on the OD, playing against a Huskar. Vicious playing position 4 Slark from the look of things. And Bounty Hunter, played by Just Call Me Sir, on position 3.
Yeah, position 4 Slark. Very interesting. Alright, and then on Dire we have Pop playing the position 1 Phantom Assassin. Crow on the position 5 Warlock. These two are friends in real life, so it makes sense they would be laying together. Captain Matic mid on the Huskar against the Outworld Devourer. And then off lane we have Johan, or Oh No, playing the Zeus with TTV Blank, the Axe. And getting into the last hits here. See OD pulling ahead, as you said before, beating this Huskar out. Pretty solid. Gonna be a rough lane for Huskar, I think.
Yeah, I think the matchup is already OD favored, and the skill also seems to favor him. Dang, this bottom lane for the Axe Zeus is not what they were hoping for. They're hoping to fight a Slark, and they're just getting all their stats stolen.
I'm Gabe Newell. You've just
Yep.
first blood.
All your strength and your intelligence. What stats do you have left after that? You know what I mean? Zeus doesn't give a shit about, Zeus doesn't care about agility.
He does not give a damn. Yeah, I'm just, you know, if you're the Dire team here, you're just hoping that maybe once these Radiant heroes hit level 2, it just sucks, and so you're just hoping you can get some CS under tower without getting too destroyed by the Silencer poke. And what you really want to see is them just dragging aggro. You want those Radiant melee creeps like behind the tower so that Silencer can't really do anything. And Aspire, ooh,
very low.
Getting kind of caught by Heavenly Jump there, yeah. Axe getting some spins. I see Aspire again. Zeus almost has mana for another Q. And Blank is probably going to die here.
A little bit of jukes in the trees, and then game is difficult one more time. Oh!
Yes.
Just barely won't be able to bring him down.
Back up to 400 HP here on Aspire, just regenning there.
Meanwhile, in the top lane, PA's hidden pretty good. Has the most last hits in the game. Is building a bit of a lead here, which is good for Team River. And Captain Maddox not too far behind this OD. He is losing a little bit as far as denies are concerned, but he does have 12 last hits versus his 14. And say what you want about this River offlane here, but at least their lane is kept next to tower, so it's going to be easier for them to maintain last hits and stay kind of safe. If they had to walk all the way up to the safe lane tower, they would die so much more frequently. It would be a lot harder.
Yeah, the struggle is that, you know, every time Axe draws creep aggro, he pushes wave. Faster than average, I should say, with spin. It's another wave already moving another 700 units or so closer, and if they had not immediately run, if Vaunt had not been out of mana, that would have probably been a double kill.
This is a bit of a weird dynamic where, like, every time the lane pushes forward, the Undying drops Tombstone, which pushes it back to the tower, which is, again, kind of nice. They just have to walk far enough forward to get him to drop Tombstone. And then survive.
Yeah, just not die. Vaunt managing his pole camp a little bit there and getting some mana. She promptly dumps into the enemy's health bars, keeping them from regenning.
The nice thing about position 4 Slark is that you don't have to level Dark Pact at all. You can put all your points into Essence Shift and make it... Ooh, and Zeus dying too won't even be able to get the courier either. Yeah, you can drop all your points in Essence Shift and then the PA doesn't even want to come to lane anymore. And you see this, like, he's constantly just pouncing the PA, taking some Essence Shift, going back, leave him alone. Store the Essence Shift for later. And wait until lane again and then take more Essence Shift.
Yeah, just call me sir, dropping a bit low there. Fatal Bonds, what a strange ability, you know? Fairly easy to hit, does a lot of damage. That's just Warlock laning, you take damage and you can't deal any. Unless you can kill him from full.
Yeah, it might be baited a little bit by the sick here.
Radiant's top tower.
But the Warlock killed
20% my
him alive.
cock and balls.
Probably already
Vicious missing like 4 attacks in a row on PA, keeping her alive. Another kill for Aspire.
Oh man.
And the
This is Gabe Newell.
magic stick out plays continue. You can see a sharp difference in magic sticks in these side lanes, and it's resulting in a sharp difference in effectiveness here. You know, every hero in these side lanes could have a magic stick. But we see that for the Dire team, only Pop has one.
We do see Arcane Boots on the position 1 Undying. Not typically as the sort of boots you see on your position 1, but it does make sense. He's going for the Aether Lens. Actually, I don't think you usually see an Aether Lens on an Undying. Oh, because it builds into Ocarine. That's why he's building it. That makes sense. Warlock will fall to the Slark. Man, they have every kind of stat steal here. They got OD taking your mana. They got Slark taking your agility. Silencer taking your intelligence. And Undying taking your strength. There's not going to be any heroes left to respond.
Reduced to neutral creeps. Yes. Lark Essence Shift taking everything.
Oh yeah, Slark
Very
takes everything and turns it into agility.
Just going to hit level 6 now, trying to get a free kill, missing every goddamn hit on the PA. Almost enough to keep her alive. But Bounty Hunter moves at the speed of sound. Hits like a train.
This is like
Very
the third
intimidating core hero.
salve we've seen dropped on this Undying. And it's not enough because he's stolen so much strength that it doesn't really do much to him.
Yeah, might have to soul rip himself once or twice, but he's looking at the kill on Zeus. Probably not going to get it here. Vaunt actually tanking tower a bit. And he's diving for it.
He wants it. Oh. Oh, I thought the silencer was on the was on River for a second. So I thought the Undying was dead for sure, but it's the other way around. We'll save his life.
Dire's middle tower is being attacked.
Armlet rush on the Huskar. Brown Boots Armlet.
Support Silencer going 3 points in Glaives of Wisdom. Just really making Axe not want to do anything.
Yep.
See, Undying has left the lane completely. This is a weakness and a vulnerability that could be exploited if they pick up on it. It looks like they're going to try.
Yeah, Vaunt getting a little aggressive here. And he will actually fall.
Ooh, but Aspire is back. And ready to whack.
10 seconds on Tombstone. Will decay, but the slow from the Heavenly Jump will keep Axe alive.
Oh, mid lane. Vicious, the Slark ganking the Huskar. Gonna be fruitless at this point.
Radiant's top tower.
Only 10 kills at 10 minutes, actually. It's kind of a slow game, I think.
Not as fast as we've been seeing. And OD now able to lift his opponent up for 1/3 of the lane. Gonna be very hard to play against.
Call onto the Aspire, but he will just walk away. I'll be fine. And the Meteor Hammer done on the OD. Very bottom, Undying, pops ult, drops Tombstone, but Zeus Axe walk away just fine. Gonna bait out these spells. Oh my gosh! Axe dropping very low to 1 more. Decay will take him out. 20 strength on the Undying. We're seeing Aspire 2 games in a row playing these strength heroes that are building up these large masses of health that make it very difficult to kill them and keep them down. Slark drops in the top lane, jiving the Warlock a little too far, but the Bounty Hunter gets a return kill. And now he will battle it out with a PA. Fatal Bond means that the Bounty Hunter will fall to the... Oh! Never mind. Shuriken Toss. Ensuring that the PA does not get her kill on the Bounty Hunter. He will walk out just fine.
She neglected. Looking at his items, you wouldn't think it, but that Bounty Hunter has 11 armor right now. Why? Because fuck you, I think, is the reason cited in the Dota 2 wiki. But yeah, and now he's got a Dagon, so that is something we're going to be seeing very shortly.
My gosh!
Very shortly as the map starts to shrink for the Dire team, because all these lanes are looking pretty damn good for the Radiant. They've got their Meteor Hammers, their Dagons, they've got Track, and they have a carry with unlimited mana on Decay. So Vicious, though, ever the charitable one, does go down. Giving Axe a stack of 1 armor, it says. Why does he get 11 armor?
Yeah.
Why does why does Bounty Hunter, the stabby money stealy man, why does he get the armor?
Honestly, as a Bounty Hunter, I think you'd wear less armor because you want to be quiet. Especially in this here, you don't want people to hear you, right? They can't see you. Why would you give them some other indication?
Armor is used as an allegory for agility in Dota 2, so it's just meant to indicate that he is
very agile.
elusive.
Yeah.
Agile indeed.
Oh man, this Undying, we see a carry v carry fight topside, and PA Undying does not care that you can't hit her. He's just gonna take all her strength until she's not a hero anymore.
He presses Q. He presses Q again. He thinks for a second and presses Q a 4th time. She explodes.
Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
Silence comes out. OD walking maybe the wrong way, but looks like he'll be able to walk around to his team. Shuriken Toss, and Bounty Hunter comes in, and now looking a little bit... Oh, Dagon.
Dagon. Yikers. Yeah, not the game you want to be playing as Huskar, playing against an OD, playing against an Undying, and playing against a Dagon Position 3 Bounty Hunter. That is just a VKB rush if I've ever seen one.
There's even 6 armor on the Silencer too.
Yeah.
Which is going to make him even more tanky to the PA. Ooh.
And
he will fall.
PA drops him. Vicious, probably going to fall as well. He's trying to keep distance from the bounty. Oh, barely avoids getting lifted. That would have certainly been her death, but Haste Rune pops. Pops the E and dodges into the trees. Wow, good moves from PA. OD stepping way out, not wanting to get caught. Ticking down, but not quite to death.
Kill on the Bounty Hunter, but the Slark gets the return on the Huskar. PA jumps back on the Slark, and he will fall to the dagger from the PA. PA looking for more, and that's a dunk from TTV Blank, difficult name to say quickly. And we see a bit of a swing, 2,000 gold, swinging back towards the Team River here.
Bit early to be giving something up like that, so that is a very good sign for the Dire, and they are looking to, looks like PA is trying to work on her first item. She's going to go for a Desolator, actually.
Will get lifted, though. Oh, just barely misses the lift. Only to be caught in just a minute here with the Meteor Hammer. And ult dropped from the OD. And PA will be on the eclipse of her sanity.
I certainly am. Do see mid tower taking a lot of damage. TTV Blank pushing out that mid wave smartly instead of going and fighting 5 heroes he can't take. But now he's backing up a bit and trying to fight 5 heroes he can't take. So I should shut my stupid maw. We see Huskar getting caught, silenced, pulverized.
And as this game goes longer, we'll see, we could see more intelligence stolen from the silencer, which just means less mana for the Sanity's Eclipse damage. And the OD will do more and more damage as the game goes on, just thanks to the silencer taking that intelligence.
You know, that is not an interaction I've ever thought of in my life, but you are absolutely right. That is a permanent extra bit of damage that OD's ult is going to deal to any hero that dies near silencer.
And we see the PA getting lifted one more time. Sanity's Eclipse is down, but she will fall. And half of the health of the Warlock going to one skill from the Undying. Okay, just taking half of it away. Oh, man.
Yeah, buying back. Warlock did not have Rock until after he died here. Global Silence.
Man, Undying just hunting the Zeus. Heavenly Jump, keeping Johan just out of his range. Heavenly Jump in place because he can't, just narrowly dodging these spells from the Dire, and he will TP to free. Oh, just barely caught by the OD.
They're unstoppable. Oh no.
Yeah, they didn't place a ward there. I'm wondering how OD got vision. Did he actually? I think he blinked near enough that he got that little 150 radius flying vision, like that that you can use the D ward up cliffs. Because he was not. He shouldn't have been able to see the Zeus, unless maybe the Zeus cast a spell. But I think he was TPing.
No, yeah, he was TPing, yeah.
He definitely didn't, so I guess he just blinked close enough. There's no other way he got that vision. They have no source of ground vision on any of their heroes.
There is a river ward that will be seen by the... Or not a ward from Team River into their jungle that will be seen by... Oh, no, they're both observers. Never mind. So neither team will see, even though they have observers on the same spot. Huskar also eclipsing his sanity. And meanwhile, Undying 1v4ing, and will give one more armor to this axe.
And nearly a blink dagger. So we're seeing this game in sharp contrast to last game, still playable at this point for the Dire team.
Yep.
Or for Team River. And Just Call Me Sir has just, no Janata required, killed Zeus, Shuriken Toss, and Dagon 4. And he's almost got that Dagon 5.
Double kill.
Now he's got it. Oh, dear heaven, have mercy on the Dire team, because they will need it. Silencer carrying 5 observer wards. Just going to try and get those out. Actually, I don't believe there's a single ward.
I think Inner Fire purges... Oh no, he must have caught the Inner Fire before the pounce landed, because he was not leashed there. Nice. Okay, so Huskar outplays the Slurk there. It won't matter though, because Dagon will just Yep.
Yep. That is 800 magic damage. And Zeus once again jumps in place with Heavenly Jump. There's something odd about that spell sometimes.
Yep.
Because I believe you can use it to jump over impassable terrain, but you can't jump over trees, and I think you can get body blocks and not be able to jump over creeps and...
I think it's because he wasn't moving beforehand. I think you have to be moving beforehand.
How strange.
Yeah, because I've done it a bunch of times too. I've tried to use it and it jumps in place. Very
you know what?
Annoying.
Yeah, it's as if he's moving forward. So then you probably can jump over trees. It's just that, if you're already at the edge of a sprout or something like that, you won't. So, we've learned something new about Zeus. And OD is here to teach them something new about... he got hit with that cast reduction, that cast time. Captain Matic making a play.
Mega kill. Oh, no.
And dying. But you know what? He died a hero.
28 intelligence on this silencer at 20 minutes. Slark only 8 agility. But we do see 40 kills at 20 minutes, so the game is picking up in speed. I mean, a lot of that being this bounty hunter able to just Dagon 5 whatever he wants. And this OD constantly finding people with his, oh my gosh, Sanity's Eclipse, Meteor Hammer, combination that is so painful.
He didn't have vision there either. But he did blink directly on top of the axe and immediately left him. He did not have vision. So another weird lift from the OD. This goes down.
Was it? Are you sure it wasn't from the Sentry Ward that they had just placed? Oh no, that's a Team River Sentry Ward. Yeah.
Yeah. Now they do have an obs up there now, but that was placed I think within the last 20 seconds, and that was not when OD blinked up, as far as I'm aware. Interesting. Anyhow,
I'll have to watch this OD a little bit.
And they're trying to make a play happen. Get that bounty hunter out of here. Get his Dagon out of my face, but instead he's going to Dagon your face.
PA will get the bounty hunter though, and that's
PA actually
600 gold.
8 Deso charges. Wow. Spire taking some damage. He may kill them all. He may die here. And there's a crit. He'll die there. 10 Deso charges for PA and lots of big kill bounties.
Yeah, she's going to be happy with this. If she gets a BKB, they could be in this game.
They absolutely could. Yeah, Matic also heading towards the BKB. They're unfortunately farming the same area, but they did just win that fight, so... That's how that goes.
Yeah, that's 4,000 gold to River here. Man, I think Pop, he's popping off. You know what I mean?
I wish you hadn't made that joke. But I have to agree. He's doing it. He's doing great.
Blank
things. Setting that all up with the call on the bounty hunter, not to be ignored. Going for Blade Mail, that will help somewhat. Maybe catch an errant Dagon or an OD ult, but for the most part, still going to be in excruciating pain 24 hours a day.
Ags Octarine on the Undying. So,
a
little bit
still
of
carrying around 4 Observer Wards, having placed 3. Trying to make a play on Peon, deciding maybe that's not a good idea. As Sir, now going for an E-Blade, rushes into their triangle.
Every 3 seconds, he gets another decay. Oh my gosh. And that's 20 strength if he gets 2 heroes in it. And, yep. Call on the Sanity's Eclipse.
Killing spree.
And that Undying looks like he just baited his way back in to the game.
He was going down fast there, but Sanity's Eclipse on 4 heroes.
Diving tier 4s.
I guess. Ultra kill.
Ultra kill on the Outworld Devourer.
Opting for a Black King Bar, which I suppose is mostly for the Huskar. I mean, it doesn't help against Warlock's ult, it doesn't help against Call.
Zeus.
I don't think Zeus' damage is much of a big deal for him, but
Dire's structures
going for the BKB, keep him from getting slowed and disarmed and
Dire's middle tower
taking too
is
much
under
damage.
attack. It'll probably be fine.
There's a dire ward catching these 3 Radiant heroes. We'll see. They are going to see on the side lanes the other 2, so they do have perfect vision of what is going on right now, and they may be able to make a play on it. Looks like Pop wants to.
Trying to
Not
pop
quite
one of
able to
these
get the rest of
heroes.
the team. Rest of the team a little too slow, and now the advantage is faded somewhat.
Although Silencer TPing bottom, so OD will be alone.
Yeah, Haster and PA. Baits out the lift. See if we can get a slow. Yeah, there we go. And Peon looking kind of dead here. Depth Shroud from Slark. He runs out of it.
Oh my gosh, OD will fall. 500 gold to the
Spire
PA.
now. Oh, and Global. That's probably going to be the difference maker there. That Global's going to let Aspire get his health back up.
PA jumps back in on the Slark.
Impossible kill.
Taking kills on the edges. Now, if he gets hit, yeah, he's dead. Yep, he got hit by one more decay, he dies, and there it was. 5,000 HP on the Undying. And Aspire feeling like another wall of unkillable meat here. Going for Blade Mail, actually, to just ruin that window where he can die. You know, he gets hit by a call, maybe he dies.
is being attacked.
He buys Blade Mail, killing him would literally kill your entire team.
60 stolen strength for a minute there. Ooh.
And he's going for a Dagon of his own now.
Yep, he's finished his blade mail too. Yep.
See the Fish going for a Wraith Pact. Oh no, very nearly going down, saying, oh no, but living.
Yeah, if Spire had popped that blade mail, I think he died. Zeus dies to Heavenly Jump there.
Yeah. Blank just trying to get his creeps. Oh, and the OD. Oof. Almost messing that up, but he ticked out to the Meteor Hammer during E-Blade.
Blank is very close to his blade mail here, though. So
I
that
tell you what. I don't think it's going to matter. I don't think he can deal enough damage to any hero to really make it a big difference during call. Maybe the OD if he's got his orb toggled on. But if he just is manually casting his orb, he's not going to care about Blade Mail. I think, honestly, Huskar feels a bit underpowered these days. I think that there's just so much magic damage around that the magic resistance he gets from his Berserker's Blood is not high enough. I think he needs to also gain some armor, or he needs to gain a lot more magic resist, because right now, you know, the max magic resist that he gains is 25%. That only puts him up to 33% total. I mean, that is barely tankier than an average hero while he's sitting there at that low HP where he has to be all the time to do any damage. But, you know, this is a game where he's bad, so I don't think that should necessarily be taken as an example of how the hero fits. But I see Huskar these days, I'm just not that concerned. You know, Silver Edge is in the game and a great item for any core to buy. Huskar just kind of crutches on Life Break.
Another smoke from River. We'll find the OD. And he's kind of alone, but he blinks out. Axe. A little bit of a zoning call there.
Zoning call, keeping him away.
Does PA blur purge track? I don't think it does it?
It does not. I'd imagine it's one of those situations where you can see her silhouette for a bit, but she may actually completely disappear and then pop back up.
Huskar jumping in, but the E-Blade Dagon. 4 more intelligence going to the Silencer. Blade Mail on the Undying will mean the PA drops, even though she brings him very low.
Double kill.
Yeah, exactly what he wanted that item for, just to say, I can't be bursted.
They're unstoppable.
And if he can't be bursted, he can't be killed. He's got 5,000 HP. He gains 200 every time he hits a decay on a hero, and he can heal himself constantly with Soul Rip. It has a 4.5 second cooldown right now. And his decay with a 1.9 second cooldown. He just needs to not get bursted by PA, and with Blade Mail, she can't burst him. Combination of armor and return damage makes it impossible.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, difficult. Very painful. Oh, and the OD dropping his BKB, maybe anticipating the Huskar coming out of the base to come jump him just then. Maybe it was an accident. Who knows? Let's see.
I have a vote as to which of those two it was.
Dire's
I have a guess. Let me see a jump.
Slark will fall to right click from the Zeus. Not a phrase you're used to hearing very often. Undying also falls. Still can't 1v5 despite having all of his items for filling strength. Maybe needs a BKB if he wants to do something like that. I don't know that Dagon's really the way to go, but PA jumps on the OD, but won't be able to. Will be able to 2v1 him with the Zeus. It looks like Silencer wrapping around bottom, but OD just blinks away and TP's out.
The classic dodge towards the enemy fountain, not away from it. And you're actually somewhat hard to chase, unless they saw you blink.
Axe was actually very close to seeing him. Looked like. This Colby Sir has finished the Octarine Core. I will say, I think this is the most Octarine Cores I've seen in one game. 2 on the Undying and the Bounty Hunter. Neither one an intelligence hero. But obviously doesn't mean you need to be an intelligence hero to build an Octarine Core. And OD is alone. BKB dropped on the Huskar. But they won't be able to find him before the Slark and Silencer catch up. BKB also used on the OD to walk away from that fight.
So Blank using his BKB to walk back. I know he doesn't have it if anything happens here in the next 5 seconds, but the Radiant holding themselves back. Likely planning to make a play around Roche if they're not taking this fight right now, but they might just not be aware of it. They don't have a ward.
Not a lot of tower push from, not a lot of tower hitters on the side of Girls' Generation this game, which is making it drag out a bit longer, which the PA is very happy with.
Yeah, this game could very much, it could get scary if PA is able to get meaty enough, maybe pick up a Satanic or something to cope with that Blade Mail.
Almost halfway to her BKB too. And once she gets BKB, it does get a little bit harder. BKB Satanic obviously being the point where she doesn't care about people popping Blade Mail on her and that sort of thing.
And she went for a Yasha. Wonder if she was going to consider, you know, it's just a good item to have. It's 2k gold. Nothing else is going to be quite that good for 2k gold, I think, at this point. But it does delay the BKB, so that was an interesting call.
I think she thought if she had a little more time, and she might still be thinking of going Manta. Manta is really good against the Silencer, being able to purge that global silence off. It actually gets rid of all
without using BKB,
yeah,
notably.
Yes.
That is crucial.
And it would be nice to see a Lotus Orb on some of these Dire heroes too, I think. Being able to deal with the Silencer, the OD, the Bounty Hunter, getting that constant purge off. It will jump the Silencer, and Silence is dropped. Ghost Scepter will keep him alive, but in the back lines, Zeus falls, Axe falls, and Huskar, all to the Silencer, all giving him 4 into peace. He's at 52 intelligence now at 34 minutes. And in the back line, this OD will find the PA and the Warlock very quickly.
So close to killing that tombstone. One auto attack away, but it was only the PA hitting it, and it did not go down.
Looks like they're trying to finish here, but I don't think they have enough power damage to at least finish before the majority of the Dire comes back up. We'll see. They do have a fort still, but about 10 more seconds. Looks like they will wait until tier 4s are down to drop fort.
Dire's Ancient is being attacked.
Silencer still aggressively hitting that Ancient. He does have a Midas. I didn't even notice he had a Midas earlier. And he's working on a... Oh man, I forgot. Assault Cuirass. It's early. Buyback on the Huskar. Call on the Axe. Bringing down the Slark and the Undying. But Zeus trying to walk away from the Tombstone. Force Staff into the Ancient area will keep him alive. Dagon finds the Axe, but the PA in the back lines does find the OD and the Silencer. Will bring both of them down. And behind the Bounty Hunter falls to the Huskar, it looks like. And that's a 7,000 gold swing in favor of the Dire here. Team River. Yep. Girls' Generation just didn't have enough to push the Ancient there like they thought they did.
Radiant's top tower.
Yeah, this Undying still seems very dying in these fights. Actually, PA having a quickening charm. Interesting. I guess she wants the cooldown reduction on all her stuff, do a bit more damage, move around a little faster. Mostly the BKB, I think. Brings that cooldown down by about 9 seconds.
It just seems like this Undying Ags is such a trap. You know what I mean? It looks good, right? Oh man, you get to steal 10 strength per decay, but I've like every game that you get it, you don't feel like it ever makes a huge difference.
I think it's tremendous. They're just struggling, their lack of disables is kind of coming to fruition here again. There's a Huskar, there's a PA, these are heroes you have to control. And their percent HP isn't that good. PA has a shard. PA does a shit ton of physical damage, and his only resistance to that is the armor from Blade Mail. And you have a Zeus with shard just pecking at that high HP of yours, so it feels a little less high against this team.
You think it also has to do with a lot of his team wanting to burst down these enemy heroes, while the Undying and the Slark really want longer fights where they can steal stats over a period of time?
Potentially. I mean, OZ is no stranger to a long fight. He's good at making short ones, but he's all right with long ones.
It just feels like the heroes that he could really try and abuse the strength gain on and gain some agility are gone before he gets the chance to do it. And the ones that he needs the strength gain for in order to live, kill him so quickly it doesn't even matter. But yeah, I guess that is mostly attributed to the lack of lockdown, right? Not being able to hold them still long enough for him to take all of their strength.
Yeah, and you can see he's opting for the blast rig because he just keeps getting bursted by this PA.
We will trade that out for a flicker though.
Oh yeah, interesting.
And we see only a 30k net worth lead at 40 minutes here. So
yeah,
River working their way back in.
They were up 32k after losing the last fight. Now they're back to 31. As they spread out and take their half of the map. This is when you really want to be making a play on the Dire. You want to be making sure they have that vision in the enemy triangle. But you need vision somewhere else too. You need to know where the enemies are and also where they aren't. And right now they only know that there's some heroes in triangle. They don't know if it's 5. They don't know if it's 2.
They do know that this OD is kind of, they can't think that he's alone probably. They did just see him in the triangle, and they saw the Slark TP out. But, looks like they'll all sit down by this bottom tier 2, trying to keep it alive. 34 health on it, so if anyone from Girls' Generation walks up and looks at this tower wrong, it will fall. Backdoor protection or no backdoor, but looks like they will keep it up. Tombstone is dropped. Blink from the Undying.
Dire's bottom
Or Flicker, sorry. Flicker from the Undying. And he will hit the tower, but it will get denied by the Phantom Assassin. Blade Mail baited out by the Phantom Assassin will be down for the next fight. Ow! Coming out from the Warlock. I guess he is in some sort of pain.
Understandable.
Ooh. And the E-Blade Dagon combo, not enough to bring down this PA, not even to half health from this Bounty Hunter. So CPA is starting to like become the kind of beef that you don't really want to have to deal with later in this this game, this Girls' Generation.
Speaking of, Silencer hitting for a ton and often with that Assault Cuirass of his on the position 5. Also carrying a Hurricane Pike, Power Treads, and Elven Tunic. He is hitting very fast with 389 attack speed.
But the game is slowing down a bit. We do see only 80 kills at 40 minutes.
Only 80 kills at 40 minutes, indeed. We have the Ags now from Bounty Hunters starting to chip at their patience and their wallets. And Ags also on OD, potentially going to give him a really good fight if he's able to lift the right heroes.
Did he have
thinks that's a
vision
catch
there?
on PA.
How do you have vision there? Oh, I guess
Let's
PA
see.
probably just cast a spell, maybe just a dagger or something.
Maybe?
She was
It did
just
feel
on
like
the
it
edge.
lingered
That was
a
really
little
fast.
long. Yeah, and now that AC turning a Spire into a tower hitter, and the fight starts.
And that Ags from the Huskar saving his PA by taunting the OD out of the Meteor Hammer. And so the PA is now able to jump on the Silencer, bring the Silencer down as well. OD and Silencer are both down. Slark also very low, will pop the ultimate, but the PA falls to the Shuriken from the Bounty Hunter. Huskar also to the Dagon. Zeus heavily jumps in, but one right click from the Undying, and we get buyback from the Zeus and the Phantom Assassin. Call comes out from the Axe, walking down the Undying. Blade Mail is popped, but he will decay onto 2. Dagon onto the PA, will kill her one more time, down for 124 seconds. E-Blade on the Bounty Hunter, but it will not save him from the Axe, and that's an entire team dead on Girls' Generation. 6.5k gold going back to Team River, and only a 34k gold lead for Girls' Generation. They get 3k out of that fight, and buyback on the PA, but she died back, so she's not going to be, like, when she comes back, she won't be dead again. And they only got 1 Rax out of that, too.
Radiant's top tower is being attacked.
So we see River working their way slowly back into this game. And we're working on a nullifier on the PA, too,
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
which is going to help deal with that
Radiant
E-Blade sort of
has
thing.
fortified its
Split push from the Zeus. Understands very strongly that he should not be hitting jungle creeps here,
Radiant's bottom
because
tower
their
is under
entire team
siege.
is dead, and he will TP back if the Silencer's coming right back up. Axe pushing down mid, and they're going to get some power damage, maybe, on Team River. Might get one of these tier 2s to come down. But OD comes back up, will get the lift on the Axe, but has to blink back out because he sees the Warlock illusions and thinks that they're real heroes. Axe gets that little boost of confidence, will stick around the tier 2 tower with just the Warlock behind him, and blinks back out again before he can get lifted, so he will be saved. Some intelligent play from the Axe. Trying to bait a couple more spells out from the OD, it looks like.
Yeah, been like PA's going to come up without much consequence. Axe actually has a Crimson Guard finished. And is opting for a Shiva's. Shiva's might be helpful against the healing.
Well, the
Has to
slow,
pop BKB.
the attack speed slow will be nice against the Slark and the Silencer and the OD, all those heavy right clickers on the
Yeah.
Shivas.
Not seeing a Lotus Orb though. That's the item I'd be hoping to see. Bounce some of those Dagons back, purge some of the silences.
Purge some of the tracks. I mean, track
Track.
low cooldown spell, but if he can't really track your Lotus Orb heroes, otherwise he gives vision on himself as well. Lotus Orb very good this game.
He steps forward and gets a slap on the ass for it. Has a Mancha style and a BKB now, so she purges off the track with it.
And PA actually building an Ags. So looking to get even more aggressive in these fights, get some more kills. Constant killing, constant ability refresh, effectively no cooldown on abilities from PA, as long as she can bring these heroes down, which, as we've seen frequently before, she can. I don't see Ag's PA very often. What are your thoughts on it, Jack?
I think it's ordinarily a pretty good item. Makes PA more of a PA. Every time she kills something, she gets to shoot her shit all over the place again. And she can totally wipe teams with it, but Aspire breaking smoke.
Very aggressive from the Undying. And he will undie because of it. But he does have the reincarnation talent, so might have been a little bit of a bait. PA drops very low, will blink out, Huskar falls, and a lift onto the axe. He will fall to the Dagon, but buyback on the Huskar, buyback on the axe, and River's back into it. Tombstone is just by this tower here. We get triple stifling dagger from the PA. Blink and lift onto the Huskar. And OD will back out, but the pounce from the Slark and the E-Blade onto the Huskar will not finish him, and Slark actually dies as a return kill. E-Blade onto the Bounty Hunter will keep him alive, just long enough for the Axe and the PA to find him and kill him again. And one more time, we see Girls' Generation having difficulty pushing up into this tier 2. OD trying to walk his way out, will get found by the Heavenly Jump and the Blink from the PA, and he will also be found, and Undying has to walk his way back home. Team River working their way back into this game.
Yeah, it looks like they lost a bottom barracks to some creeps during all that shenanigans, and it did cost them a few buybacks, but once again, the map is theirs. PA continues to live. PA actually going down for a heart instead of what I would prefer, Satanic. It's another Dispel. Lets her to regenerate HP mid-fight without having to get healed by Warlock.
Oh, she does go Satanic. She switches. She heard you say that.
She heard me say it. Pop, stop watching stream, you cheater. And, let's see. I mean, yeah, that Agzone Huskar doing a lot of work. I didn't think he'd ever be able to get to it, but he's got it.
It saved his PA a little while ago.
Yeah, just another bit of lock